Hi everybody. Today we're making this moist and delicious orange olive oil loaf just in time for Mother's Day. We'll begin with the glaze first. So begin to cut about 2 blood oranges, and you'll squeeze the juice from each half of the orange until you get about 1/4 cup of juice. You may need 3 blood oranges depending on how juicy they are. Now it's time to start working on our cake. Begin with 2½ cups of all-purpose flour. Add 1/2 cup of cornstarch. Two tablespoons of baking powder. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Whisk all of those ingredients together. Now we'll focus on the wet ingredients. Begin with 1/2 cup of softened butter, and 1½ cups of cane sugar. With your hand or stand mixer, begin to cream those 2 ingredients. And now we'll begin to add our eggs. We have 4 whole eggs and 2 yolks here, and we're going to add each yolk one at a time. And now the final yolk. This is perfect. Now we'll add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and now we're ready to sift in our dry ingredients. And I start with sifting in about half of the flour mixture. And blend. The recipe calls for 1.5 cups of milk, and I'm adding about half of that here. And this is non-dairy milk, by the way. Sift in the other half of the flour. The other half of the milk, and about 1/2 cup of freshly squeezed orange juice. This is half blood orange and half caracara orange. And blend these ingredients together. We have a few more coming, but we want this batter to be silky smooth. Add the zest of an orange. This cake is special because it's so fragrant and rich, and this orange zest imparts such a wonderful essence and body to this cake. Citrus is rejuvenating, it's uplifting, which is exactly why this cake, this orange olive oil cake, is a perfect choice for Mother's Day. Whether you serve it during brunch or maybe you're thinking about doing an afternoon tea service for your mom, it is a cake that doesn't have an imposing amount of sweetness. It is just a perfect complement to just about any meal or simply as a dessert. Add the juice of your zested orange. That's about 1/2 cup. And now you'll add about 3/4 of a cup of olive oil. And mix. All right, this batter is lovely and ready to go. In a buttered loaf pan, add the batter and leave just a little bit of room at the top just to allow room for the batter to rise as it bakes. Place that in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. While the cake bakes, we'll finish our glaze. Add the 1/4 cup of blood orange juice to 1/2 cup of confectioner's sugar and stir until the two ingredients are combined. Right now, this is more like a syrup, so I'll add just a little bit more of the confectioner's sugar just to thicken it a bit. And this is not going to be a super thick glaze. It's not going to be a glazy glaze, like a hard glaze. Just essentially, it is going to be like a thicker syrup. As always, taste to make sure you're pleased with the final result. Here is our cake fresh out of the oven, perfect and golden brown. And now we're ready for the release. So gently flip your loaf pan. This is perfect. So we'll let this cool a little bit longer. And I have to say, honestly, with a buttered loaf pan and the olive oil used, if this hadn't released easily, then nothing makes sense in the world. But you're ready to serve and enjoy. This orange olive oil loaf will add an uplifting essence and delicious flavor to complement your Mother's Day celebration. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.